improv class. I'm going to tell you a secret, so don't tell anyone else, but you can tell them anyways. You can! Washington Improv Theater has classes, so if you're like, oh, I want to take a class, classes are enrolling. They're at witdc.org. Also, if you're like, man, I wish that I could bring some improv to my workplace and take all this yes and awesomeness into where I work. You can! You can go witdc.org, and WIT has a training program as well. Now that that's out of the way, we have coming up next, as I said, they're DC sweethearts, lovely, lovely people. There's a lot of them. They're named like an IKEA piece of furniture. And all we need to get started is a soft clap that we're going to gradually get louder.
Hello, we are Stovetron. No, to get started is a word.
Stripes.
Stripes. Stripes.
Hey guys, do you remember that story about the Gap in town?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that guy who worked there?
Yeah, Gap Steve.
Gap
He
Steve.
has that huge gap in his teeth. Yeah.
They had that one changing room that was always roped off.
Yeah, you know what happened there, don't you?
Oh,
Steve would sleep there during the day.
You live there.
When he sleeps, he whistled. So it's just like he was breathing.
It was so weird being the first customer there, you know, and trying some clothes on while he was just waking up. He wouldn't move.
I felt like he had too much of a stake in the store's success.
I know, he would always tell me that I looked really good in things that I obviously didn't look good in. Like horizontal stripes.
He looked sweet. He was like a whistle.
Yeah. But he'd kind of like creep around in the dressing room and like give you like unwanted like feedback on what you were trying on. Like he never asked, but he was like constantly like
I found that.
Yeah.
One time I was supposed to hold up my girlfriend's purse, and he was like, "That doesn't look good on you." I wasn't even shopping at the time.
That reminds me, remember the story of the lady that had her purse stolen on Cedar Lane?
Mrs. Thompkins.
Yes!
Mouthful.
Like, how did the police even, you know, wait there long enough to write her name? Just figured it out.
Mrs. T.
Remember they didn't even get the guy because they were so involved with like, wait, how do you spell
Yeah,
that?
they're like Tomskins.
Tomskins, yeah.
There were so many C's.
That
Yeah.
guy's still out there on the list.
Yeah, because the cops really wanted to get the spelling right. Yeah.
Well, you know that it was all about the
For the
paperwork.
record. Well, yeah, they got the paperwork. They didn't want to get written up again.
that Robert figured out that you could just rob people with really confusing names.
Yeah, stopped people with like really weird names. Like names that sounded like normal names, but then had like a weird twist.
Like
Yeah,
Mr. Anderson, do you know how many silent TS's there were?
Yeah, Mr. You would think it was Anderson.
Or Mr.
but-
Spencer,
Yeah.
not an I before E except after C in that
That
situation.
reminds me, do y'all remember that traveling salesman who came through trying to sell dictionaries?
Who buys dictionary?
I know.
I know, it was like, it's 2016, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was so weird. I always thought he looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame a little bit because he would hold them all on his back, and then he would like ring a bell with you.
Yeah.
Straight out of another time. This guy
Yeah. And he had that cart with like the horses pulling it. It was like really vintage.
Tom Colby, that was his name.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, real Renaissance man.
Why was he getting dictionaries on his back?
I heard, guys, I heard that was his Renfest outfit, and he just liked it so much. He got such a positive feedback at the Renaissance Festival. People were like, oh my god, that's so authentic. I can just really see you like pulling the bell towers and being like, you know, like.
Well, somehow he could pull bells, carry 11 dictionaries, and eat a turkey leg.
I think they really. Hey, Beverly. That book bag was kind of heavy.
That's fine. Yeah.
Sure, like they're advising me against heavy bags. I don't want you to.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I wear this to be quirky.
Sophie Deschanel ironic thing?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like I've got, like obviously I'm wearing fashionable clothes.
No,
but, like I've got this like, 15th century like get up as well.
Yeah. It's acronym, what's that word? It's fine. Yeah.
It's in one of the 6
The books.
dictionaries I have in the backpack.
Do you want me to carry it? Like, I feel like that's a chivalrous thing to do.
No, because I'm the quirky one. And that would make you quirky, therefore, like, what would I be? Look, at
You have a
Bellevue.
lot of identity tied up in that bag.
Steve.
Sorry, I know it's early in our relationship to be calling you on your quirks and, like, not in an adorable way.
What, you want me to
No, it looks great. I think you should put it back on.
I will. I don't want to be seen without it.
I mean, the garb alone isn't quirky. You need the bag, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15.
But you like it, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't ask you up again if it hadn't worked on the first date, so. Yeah. Do you want to go over to the turkey leg booth?
Yeah.
I would love a turkey leg right now.
I love turkey legs. How did you know?
I mean, our first date was also at a Renaissance festival. So. Here, yeah, no.
Is it offensive that I fakled him?
I guess it's in character. It's like a date, like they have good medical care. It's
not character, it's my quirkiness. It's authentic.
Do you want to share one or should I get a second?
Just a second, please.
Okay, here. Thanks. Okay. Yeah.
Thanks. I guess I could let go of my book bag.
I mean, is it just dictionaries in there? Or you have like modern romance or anything else in dating?
Just dictionaries.
Super useful.
Yeah.
Hey Tom, it's 6:30. Normally it's just me left in the office.
Yeah, it's, just like to stay late, like to put in my time.
Oh, sure.
Make sure everything's done right.
I like to turn the lights out.
Yeah.
It's 7. So,
I'm just a little surprised you're in the men's room. I didn't know we had changed policies here.
no, I mean after 6 everything changes.
I missed that in the memo, I guess.
Don't you have like a wife and kids? 6:30.
Yeah, but they got their life. I don't want to interrupt with that. Then it's like, oh, Dad's here.
Alright, Tom, I'm going to be honest with you. You're messing with my routine.
Sorry?
I brush my teeth at 6:30 and then I start getting ready, for the next part of the day.
Well, Christy, the woman's bathroom is right. It's like 5 feet away.
There is no women's or men's bathroom after 6 o'clock.
I'm pretty sure the sign a second ago still had
Have you
men.
ever been here past 6 o'clock?
Excuse me, Gap employees. The Gap is now closing, so please leave.
Better get out of here, Tom.
It's kind of weird at this point, knowing this now, that to leave you here alone in the men's bathroom.
You're thinking about this too much. You should have gone home earlier.
Everything's okay with you at home? Why aren't you at home?
Tom, I don't understand what you're saying. This is where I go at 6:30.
All right, but then there's 7, and there's 7:30, and there's 8, and there's all that time afterwards.
And I have a routine for each of those markers. Can you look away? I need to change.
Didn't you mention that you were going out on this hot
God, I
date?
love this new spring nighty collection,
Are you?
Okay, you're fine.
Are you changing into the clothes on the rack?
You're getting hung up on details. You're tired. You're working too late.
No.
Tom, you're getting hung up on these details.
My wife, she always makes extra food. She never knows what friend I'm going to bring home or what that is.
That sounds concerning, Tom.
She's not awake by the time I get back.
You run a halfway house.
I like to stay up late. I like to talk to people, you know?
You know, Tom, I'm not trying to be rude here, but it's 6:36 and I have some things that I do now.
Why don't we do those things together? I'm kind of curious what...
You know, I don't take you for a flexible guy. So.
I don't know how to say this. Actually, I don't know how to say your name.
Yeah, it's a common misconception. It's very easy to pronounce. Nerf.
Okay, I hate to tell you this, but we're not going to be able to let you graduate.
But, Mr. Principal, I've been studying my whole life.
No one denies that you've been studying very hard, but none of us can say your name for you to cross the stage. And we just figured it'd be more easy if we just kept you back. No. Please don't cry. Please don't cry.
I was in the papers. I went back to school. 18. And you're going to keep me from my diploma because you don't have it in you, young man. Say never. Is that what you're telling me?
Can you say it one more time?
I'm insulted.
I mean, we weren't even sure the newspaper articles were about you. They just scrolled out a bunch of consonants, and it could have been about another name.
Octogenarian in this town going back to school
Yeah.
to get his degree.
Yeah.
Because he had put his whole family through school on a carpenter's diet.
You're making me
That's
feel...
what we used to call salary back in the day. Would know nothing about that.
You have to understand, it's very inconvenient for us to say a name and then no one to understand what we're saying. Everyone will laugh at us. Do you understand how hard it will be?
I took the time to learn your name, Smith.
I actually wear a name tag every day. It's very easy. Smith.
Well, I wanted a name tag, but they didn't have one long enough.
We tried to give you a name tag, but we added like 8 on there, and just like, then we ran out of room
That's
on
when
your
I
shirt.
got my hunchback. I used to stand up straight when I was a carpenter.
I know there's very much inconvenience in you, and I feel very bad, but it's very hard on us. We just don't want to deal with it. We're just gonna send you.
Fine. I'll just take all of this knowledge and see what that gets me on the job market. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Hey, Renaissance Fair organizers. Awkward. There was wenches. Wenches, sorry. There was
Peasants.
Peasants, sorry. I never get this right.
Nice.
God damn it. I like the winter better. Okay.
Jugglers.
Ladies, it'd be great if you decided on one name that wouldn't offend any. Wench. Okay. Wenches. Does that work?
I am a
As
lady.
long as I can still juggle.
Wenches and lady and
Just
juggler.
surf wench man.
Surf wench man. Wow.
Get to it, wench.
Get to it, wench. Well, anyway, all of the turkeys had a disease this year. We can't do the legs. You know, I was hoping you had a solution. You know,
Just starve to death.
yeah, I mean, wenches, I'm sorry. This is like
You can still eat it, even if it's diseased. That's what they do.
It's hot outside and there's salt.
It is implying.
Salt in. Salt,
That's
salt
where
in.
the Renaissance Fair is different than the Renaissance. You know?
As long as it's hot, if you want it flat, it's fine.
No,
Throw it into the fire.
I appreciate the dedication to character, but
Da Vinci.
Trust the wench.
wow, you read the book.
Trust
Good.
the wench. Hashtag.
We can't use that hashtag.
So, we decided to come to therapy because it's just, her quirks are a little bit frustrating to me.
Please sit.
It's what makes me me.
Yeah, that's clear. I'm gonna sit. I love this
How
new
many
age floor
chairs?
therapy. This is more of a traditional therapist, right? Despite not having chairs.
Right.
This isn't good for somebody with a hunchback, I'm just saying.
If you put the dictionaries down.
Yeah, you can. We have a bag carrier.
There's a bag rack.
It's a carrier.
She is very nervous people. I'm sorry. She is very nervous people are going to steal the dictionary.
Who would I be without them?
Let's talk about that. How do you feel about not having that on your arm?
I feel like I would be normal, and
Why does it make you feel that
why are we asking questions?
You're not even going to comment on her 15th century garb?
Yeah.
You're always undermining me.
way? Where's your garb?
Yeah.
2016 garb. It's Converse and shorts.
He does wear a 15th century codpiece.
I wouldn't even tell you about her Renaissance underwear.
Please.
It's very uncomfortable.
Is it metal?
Yes. There's a key.
Which she hasn't given me yet.
I'm glad we got to the heart of this situation.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a quirk here that I'm really having trouble with.
What kind of punishment are you going to prescribe?
She's really into, like, 15th century torture racks. But she won't take off the metal. There's carriers. Sorry?
Carriers. Torture carriers.
Okay, I'm really concerned. I tried to get her out here yesterday and she just wouldn't budge.
It's 6:30. It's time for me to go home. I managed the gap from 12:30 to 6:30, and now it's time for me to go home. What do you want?
No, but, I mean, okay, so you're here from 6 to 6:30.
You know, I appreciate, everyone through this last week.
You see,
She's washing her hands.
she's not just washing her hands, Sammy.
I know.
She lives a whole second life here. Okay? She said something to me about being flexible.
We all need to be flexible with our customer service that we give everyone at the gap.
Yeah. I think she has, like, she's bringing people into the office after hours. you
Hey,
know?
babe. Hey, guys.
Hi! Are you satisfied with your purchase today?
What purchase?
It's not even a customer in the store.
You know, as acting manager,
Can you sign my permission slip?
unfortunately, I need to go.
You have a son?
It's a great field trip. They're going to collect fossils.
Oh, that's so nice.
Tom, I don't know how many times I have to tell you this, and it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to issue a warning. I'm not that kind of manager. But, I really need you to do what you're supposed to do here, which is to go home. You're hourly, Tom.
I would say you really crossed some boundaries.
Yeah, I think that you really don't understand, like, the work-life balance here.
I think that what we're both trying, all three of us are trying to tell you is that you're really stressed out. I know that home has been hard.
Look away,
You've been
it's
crying.
No, but
They're changing the. Be a gentleman.
sorry. Holiday season starts next week.
Okay.
I've been putting in a lot of long hours. I want to just know what's going on here. Okay?
So at your job, we sell clothes, and there's a bathroom, and people
There's two
use it.
bathrooms.
Well, this is a different country. Everyone uses all the bathrooms. It's fine. Nobody cares.
Canada's not that different. Everywhere the Gap operates, there's two bathrooms.
You know what, Tom?
And they're not
Why don't you-
homes.
Tom, if you're so concerned about, like, the Canadian-American division, why don't you take a road trip? It's 6:30, you can get there.
You can cross the border, tell us how the McDonald's is, and then come back.
You know, you're really
The Canadian government will surely pay for this exploratory trip.
Who are you?
Tom, you saw my kid.
want to breathe in through the nose like you're smelling roses, and then breathe out through the mouth
I
like
want you
you're
to
blowing
know
out
you're
birthday
reaching
candles.
40 hours here, and I can't pay you overtime. It's just not in the budget, and I need you to go.
She is very
And the
reasonable.
Canadian
You're only an assistant manager.
you know, they're
It's
sticklers.
6:48, and my kid likes his bedtime story.
They like their bedtime stories.
I already missed yoga.
I can't be here next week if she keeps doing this every day, okay?
Then leave, time!
Well,
Yes?
I'm gonna get the job. But,
This time it's gonna work.
sweetheart, I went all the way back to school and you were there making my lunch every day.
I was peanut butter and jelly sandwich strawberry, and you cut it down the center.
Ring, ring, ring. Hello, it's Mr.
Tell me the bite.
Is there a man home?
Are they asking for a man again?
They're always asking for
Keep
a
telling
man.
people it's
Yeah.
2016. Anyone can answer the phone. It's not like they used to be.
Man, it is 2016. What are you getting at?
I'm so sorry, ma'am. If you could just put the gentleman of the house on. Damn it, I hate this. Is your husband home?
Well, yes, he is.
I'll take the call.
The woman wants you.
Well, this is most inappropriate.
I'm so sorry. This is Margaret from the Chipotle. Unfortunately,
It's Chipotle.
Your bottle is so good. I hope you get it.
I'll tell you, the day that Chipotle started calling me, that's when I knew I made it. Go ahead, Chipotle.
All right, guys, sales are down. Buy one, get one's not working. How are we gonna sell Capri Pants?
90s nostalgia.
Yeah.
We should buy one, get a burrito free. What about people with unusually high knees?
That's an untapped market. Let's explore that.
Oh yeah. I mean, for them, it'd just be like, yeah.
It's like we can label it pants made for you.
With the,
Yes!
you know,
Yeah.
pictures instead of words.
It's obvious.
But we need to be clear, we don't have enough for tall people, right? It's just people with unusually high
Yeah,
needs.
the knee placement, I think, is key.
It's kind of like a giraffe.
Giraffe pants.
Giraffe! Rebranding. Brilliant.
What
For
is
zoos, maybe.
exactly? Bring your giraffes to get their pants.
Tiffany, plan, Tiffany. It's for people with high knees.
Well, outside the box ideas.
Yeah. You should be a yes and.
You're supposed to support all of us.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
I am the head of marketing, so like at some point.
Pull it right. Whatever.
You know what? Is it because your knees are lower than most people?
I think you're just
Unusually
self-conscious.
I remember you asked if those gopher shorts once.
Yeah.
And you said, no, that's just crazy.
I can fire you all.
Fire up.
We'll just quit anyway.
Well,
Then you're gonna have a lot of Capri Pants to sell.
yeah.
Yeah. You're the one asking for ideas, remember?
That's my job, guys.
Seems like you can't do it alone now, can you?
Yeah. Go ahead and try to sell those
All right,
giraffe
for
pants.
giraffes, go.
Oh my God!
You have a legitimate limp now because of the backpack.
I know, it's just like for the wedding rehearsal, I thought maybe you could leave the bag at home.
But it's part of me. It's what you fell in love with.
That's what I put up with.
I have a charmy leg in it.
Oh, your father's here.
way to the Oval Office. Now I live where I work. Can't say nothing now.
You know,
I have been practicing this whole time.
I heard about this on the Canadian Broadcasting Network, and I couldn't believe it. I had to come see it with my own eyes.
Canadian Broadcasting? What even channel is that?
It's the news we all watched back in Canada. You already forgot your roots. The store hasn't been the same without you, okay? We need you back there. Whatever weird things you do after 6:30, I don't know what they do, but they added extra magic to the store. Come back with me, please.
Tom, I've been waiting 20 years.